Hi, I'm Jessica Stegner, travel consultant and author of From Paper to Plane, a step-by-step guide to efficiently plan your vacations abroad. One question I get asked a lot from clients is whether or not to get travel insurance for the trip. And that's what I wanted to cover with you today. Now, I actually have an entire chapter devoted to that in my book. It's chapter 10. So I'm going to be referencing my book as I talk about travel insurance today. Now, whether or not you need travel insurance depends a lot on you and on your trip and some decisions that you need to make. There are 4 main questions you want to ask yourself before deciding about travel insurance. First question is, what coverage do you already have? Second question is, how much will your trip cost that you're willing to lose? Question 3, what risks will you be taking? And question 4, what do you want to be covered for? So I'm going to go through each of these so that you know what I'm talking about. First, question 1, what coverage do you already have? Now, as far as travel insurance goes, there are multiple categories to look for. There's trip cancellation and trip delay, medical, emergency evacuation, lost or delayed baggage, rental cars, and theft. So you want to see if you are already covered for all or some of those things. And you might be covered in 2 or 3 different places. The first place that you want to check is your credit card. Especially if you have a travel-friendly credit card, you may be covered for a lot of these things. For example, on my credit card, which is the Chase Sapphire Reserve, I have trip cancellation insurance that covers up to $10,000 in losses per trip due to either serious illness, weather, or a terrorist event. So it doesn't cover me if I just need to cancel my trip for something fun, like a wedding or anything like that, only in one of those situations. My travel insurance also covers me for theft and emergency evacuation up to $100,000. So check with your credit card first to see if you are covered for those things. Also, your credit card might already cover you for rental cars. So that would be another option of something if you're planning on renting a car, that if you're covered on your credit card, like I am for rental cars, you might not even need to purchase the rental car insurance separately. You can also check with your car insurance, your current car insurance that you have, to see if they cover rental cars. So ask them as well. The third place that you want to look to see if you are covered is your medical insurance. So your current medical insurance, find out if they cover you while you're traveling for any medical emergencies. So that's the main thing. Find out what you're already covered for. That might be just enough for you. And then that second question, how much will your trip cost that you're willing to lose? So some people like to set a boundary of, maybe $5,000 or something like that they're willing to lose. It's really just a personal decision. How much are you willing to lose on expenditures that you would have paid for prior to your trip, like maybe your flight and any accommodations? Are you willing to possibly lose all of that money if something happens or not? That's a personal decision, up to you to make. The third question is, what risks will you be taking? So you're going to go skiing and you might get injured. You might need emergency evacuation. Are you traveling somewhere during hurricane season? Are you traveling somewhere that has seen a lot of terrorist events? Look at the risks that you'll be taking for your trip, and then think about the coverage that you might need for those things if you're not willing to risk losing the money on it. And then the fourth question, what do you want to be covered for that you're not already covered for? So back to those categories of trip cancellation and medical and all those types of things. Most of the time, throughout your credit card and all that stuff, you will not be covered for trip cancellations unless it's some sort of an emergency, like a weather, terrorist event, or serious illness with which you would need a doctor to verify. If you just have a friend getting married and you want to go to that wedding and need to cancel that way, or any other reason, you're probably not going to be covered for that. So that is when you want to shop around for an insurance that will cover what you need. And the best place that I have found for finding insurance options for travelers is a website called insuremytrip.com. And I really like this website because it lists like 30 different companies, and you could shop through all of their different plans to pick out something that works just for you. You might end up paying anywhere from about $30 to $300. It really just depends on your trip, where you're going, how long it's for, how many people are going, and what you want coverage for. Okay, so do you need travel insurance? It depends. Answer those questions, do your research to find out if you need travel insurance, if you want travel insurance, and then make your decision from there and shop around and find something that works for you if you decide that you do. So, have you gotten travel insurance? Have you been on a trip that you wished you had travel insurance but you didn't? I would love to hear about your stories down in the comments below about your experiences. Once again, my book, From Paper to Plane, a step-by-step guide to efficiently plan your vacations abroad, is available on Amazon, both paperback and Kindle. And then to find out more information about me or to get tons of great other information and resources, visit my website at wegetOutoftown.com. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks.